This is why you should never fly solo. The day started like any other, with clear skies and the hum of the engine beneath me. I'd flown solo countless times before, but this time felt different. Maybe it was the way the wind carried a subtle chill, or how the clouds hung low on the horizon. I wasn't sure, but a sense of unease crept into my thoughts as I lifted off. For hours I sailed through the sky, the landscape below growing smaller with every passing minute. It was the freedom I craved, the isolation that made everything feel simpler. But as the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the earth, the unease intensified. I checked my fuel gauge. Half full, plenty of time. Then came the first sign. The radio crackled to life, and I heard a faint voice calling out in distress. I couldn't make it out, but it didn't matter. No one was out here for miles. I dismissed it as static.